Crescent City and beyond. Beyond would be La Jolla, San Diego, where Mr. Drew Brees resides. He's styling and profiling over there. His compound in La Jolla, it's pretty ridiculous. You seen that Mario Brothers, a.k.a. Latinx, on social media?
Yeah, it's bad.
The basketball court and all that. It's just like, my God, a paradise for those kids.
Yeah. It's a lot.
Plus, beyond the walls of the compound, you're like, I bet he's a block or two from the ocean, something like that. Who knows? Might be like on the ocean. I didn't see that part. I just saw the massive compound. That is the Drew Brees estate in La Jolla. Some pronounce it La Jolla. It's basically the Kenner of San Diego. All right, maybe it's not quite the Kenner of San Diego. Mario Brothers, a.k.a. Latinx, at the controls. 766-9480 is how you dial us up. 766-9480 on this Thursday afternoon. Humane May fundraiser winding down. We got about 56 hours remaining in this bad boy. Got about $5,500 raised. Got about 56 hours remaining. About 4,500 more to raise by Saturday. Now, here's the deal. May 31st is Saturday. It's Humane May, where we try to raise $10,000 for the Humane Society of Louisiana, literally saving cats and dogs and horses. Our last show during this fundraiser, this event, is tomorrow. So I'll hype it, every segment for, a shorter and shorter period of time as the show progresses. Same tomorrow. And that's it. So we've got about 3 hours and 50 minutes or so to raise about $4,500. Please donate right now, humanela.org. I promise you, if you donate $5, if you donate $10, if you donate $20, you will literally be saving animals. You'll be saving animals that are struggling, that are in pain, that have heartworms or emaciated or a broken leg or whatever, require surgery. You'll be helping them out. Every dollar you give going to the animals, like 96, 97 cents of every dollar. HumaneLA.org is the website. Click on that. HumaneLA.org. At the top of the page, you'll see me laying there with Blue Boy on the sofa. Click on that and donate. And please donate generously. Let's hit that $10,000 goal. I know times are tight and times are uncertain financially. We don't know what's going on, up or down. Kind of crazy times in the world. But I think most folks feel confident it will stabilize. But right now, it's not stable in a lot of people's minds. So I get it. Just donate a little something, especially you animal lovers out there. You guys get it. HumaneLA.org. Let's save some animals. Less than 56 hours remain in our annual fundraiser. We do it once a year in the month of May. Come Monday of next week, I won't be talking about it. Not for another 11 months. May of 2026, we'll do it all over again and maybe bump it up to, 12K, 15K, try to raise 12,000. Humane May, up the ante. I was thinking about that this year, but I just think times kind of seemed, like I said earlier, uncertain. So I was like, let's just stick to the 10 grand goal. And it's a good thing I did. 2 days ago, we were at $3,000. And in 24 hours, we raised about $2,400. So we went from 7,000 in the hole like 2 days ago to like 4,600 in the hole, like that quickly. That $2,400 in 24 hours was tremendous. We need to keep doing that. We raised $2,400 in 24 hours and then raised $2,400 more bucks in 24 hours. We hit the goal. We'll hit the goal at $10,000. About $4,500 shy right now. So we're 55% of the way there. It all ends Saturday. HumaneLA.org. HumaneLA.org. Hey, the 4:00 hour this afternoon brought to you by Lebanon's Cafe. I picked up lunch from Lebanon's Cafe today. Picked up lunch from Lebanon's Cafe like back on Monday. To-go orders, outside dining when the weather's right. And even in the summertime, you get that like threat of rain or it's overcast and breezy. You can dine outside at Lebanon's Cafe, under the green awning, under the oak trees on the streetcar line. They're at Carrollton at Jeanette. Shish kebab, lamb chops, all your favorite Middle Eastern sides, 7 days a week, 11 a.m. till 9:30 nightly. And they stay open throughout the day. They're open right now. Yeah, and open 7 days a week till 9:30. I like that. Lebanon's Cafe. Carrollton at Jeanette by the streetcar barn. That place is convenient for a lot of folks. You old Metairie, old Jefferson folks, River Road, Oak Street, Carrollton to Jeanette, it's easy. Like 5 minutes from where Causeway hits River Road. So old Jefferson, old Metairie folks, you don't have any excuses. 766-9480 is how you dial us up. Mario Bro, a.k.a. Latinx at the controls. 766-9480. Day 14, jailbreak. Day 14, 2 weeks into this thing. 2 still at large. 2 of 10. 8 have been nabbed. 2 are going to be nabbed soon because the reward now has been increased to $50,000. You know, a sister, a brother, a cousin, a mother, someone's going to get that money. Antoine, Massey, Derek Grove, still at large. Now, when I say, hey, they're searching Natchez, Mississippi, they're shifting to Texas, they're shifting towards Mississippi, that's like what the media is told. That's what is being told to the public by law enforcement. It could be like old. It could be a ploy to get these folks relaxing somewhere else. Who knows? I suspect any day now. Any day. There's just too many out there looking for them. The reward's $50,000. It's hard to go around anonymously. I mean, you saw one of the guys just had like kind of longer hair, cornrows, and then he had like a 1-inch tight fro, like a 1 centimeter fro off his head. And he had like more facial hair and just kind of did the goatee and mustache thing. Should have shaved all the facial hair. Anyway, changed his look. Your boy with the tattoos on his face, Mario X, a.k.a. Latinx, I don't know how he's going to change his look too much.
Yes, that's pretty distinctive.
Yep. $50K reward. That's where you get family members that a day ago were helping them and now are like, Antoine who? Derek what? No. I hit seven numbers on my phone. I just dialed. I know you only thought I hit 3. I hit 7. I didn't just dial 911. Hey, I'm going outside to take this call. 766-9480. We've gotten all kind of answers that essentially are right, but they aren't dead on right. They're sort of skimming the surface. So, yeah, I've given away a few $50 Woodhouse Day Spa gift certificates this week. But I'm looking for the number one tourist attraction in New Orleans, specifically the number one tourist attraction in New Orleans. Give me the answer to that. 50 big bucks for you at the Woodhouse. And I'm looking for the number 2 tourist attraction in New Orleans. Give me the answer to that. 50 big bucks at the Woodhouse. 766-9480. 766-9480. Mario Brothers, a.k.a. Latin X. We're politically correct on this program. Fielding your phone calls. Wow. You go into some restaurants or whatever, and it's not a big deal. Honestly, I don't think so. They're like, hey, you paying cash or card? Card. Going to charge you 3% or 4%. Like, They used to absorb that cost. Hey, I'll lose 3-4% to the credit card company, what the credit card company's charging me to get these customers. Now they're like, man, times are tight. I'm going to pass on the credit card expense that I have to pay to the customer. Well, the new Bell Chase toll bridge, they're passing on the 4% credit card charge to the customer.
Here at the NOLA Coalition, we love our kids and we love our city. The people of New Orleans are standing together for a better future. By harnessing our collective resources, the NOLA Coalition will create a safer, more prosperous city for all residents. Your support is needed to help reduce violence, invest in our children, and drive generational change. Join now at nolacoalition.info.
The Woodhouse Day Spa, with 5 area locations: New Orleans, Metairie, Slidell, Baton Rouge, and now Mandeville. A day of relaxation is just moments away at the Woodhouse Day Spa. WoodhouseSpas.com.
Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, INSagency.com. Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, INSagency.com.
Young's Dry Cleaning has free pickup and delivery. That's right. Young's Dry Cleaning has absolutely free pickup and delivery. Home or office, East Bank or West Bank. Call Young's at 288-8381 or online at youngsdrycleaning.com.
Some people think paint is paint. Well, it ain't. Paint ain't paint. At Helm Paint, we only sell Benjamin Moore because it's the best paint on the planet. In the end, you'll save time, effort, and money because Benjamin Moore paints cover beautifully in less coats. So the next time you pick up a brush, remember, big box, big mistake. Because paint ain't paint. To get the best, you gotta go to Helm. Let us steer you right. Helm Paint.
Trey Yen in Mandeville, a New Orleans tradition for over 40 years, serving the finest Louisiana-inspired Chinese cuisine. Open Tuesday through Sunday. Trey Yen.
Why wear the same old glasses that everyone else is wearing? Stand out from the crowd. Come to Art and Eyes. Art and Eyes is not your typical eyeglasses store. It's one of the finest eyewear shops in the country, right here in New Orleans, with precision-engineered prescription lenses and gorgeous high-quality frames from the heart of Europe, Japan, and the United States. Our products are thoughtfully curated, and our staff are here to help you find exactly the right frames. Art and Eyes, a magazine as unique as you.
Tired of cleaning your gutters? Improve the value and look of your home with Leaf Guard gutters. And you'll never have to clean your gutters again. Ever. I guarantee it. Let Audubon Gutters install Leaf Guard gutters today. You'll improve the look and value of your home. And right now is the perfect time during Audubon Gutters' 99-cent installation sale. Call 469-6494 now. Get out of that gutter and get on the phone. Get Audubon Gutters.
For game-changing innovation, look to the Latrim family of companies located in Harahan. Intralocks, a Latrim company, changed the game when they invented modular plastic conveyor belts over 40 years ago. These belts and innovative Intralocks technology are transforming movement in manufacturing facilities around the world. Intralocks is a dynamic global company now hiring in production, warehousing, shipping, and more. If you want to be part of our successful team, visit Latrim.com. That's LAITRAM.com.
Greater New Orleans, a destination for learning. With 13 colleges and universities and a booming job market, Greater New Orleans is the ultimate destination for your higher education. Your path to the future begins in Greater New Orleans. Find out more at studynola.com.
Francesca Deli and Pizzeria has over 15 specialty sandwiches, a big 10-ounce burger, and some of the best pizza in New Orleans. Francesca Deli and Pizzeria on Harrison Avenue in Lakeview between Canal Boulevard and West End. Prepared with experience, depth, knowledge, and a history in the game. Corey Johnson.
Years later, a doctor will tell me that I have an IQ of 48.
I am the smartest
Yeah, you right. Corey Johnson back at you on a Thursday. Humane May fundraiser ends Saturday. Last show talking about it tomorrow. HumaneLA.org. Please go donate $5 or $10 right now so we can hit the goal. $4,500 short right now. We've done pretty well like the last 24, 36 hours. Let's keep it up and save some animals. HumaneLA.org. Yeah, the new Bell Chase Bridge, which is unbelievable to me. I wish I had this deal. And I think any bank anywhere would give me this deal. This is Mario Brothers, a.k.a. Latinx. You remember the headline? I mean, you've probably seen it. You were a tot or not even born. It was 92, whatever. We got them. New Orleans getting the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that video.
Yeah, okay, so
Yeah.
This is what went down. This Bob Arum, the boxing promoter, got with this old Houston mayor, Fred Hoffheinz. They formed Top Rank of Louisiana. Bob Arum owns Top Rank Boxing, the promotion company. They didn't have any money, you know. The teams back then were what were like worth like the big time teams, like Boston Celtics, Knicks, were worth like 125, 150.
Jeez.
The other teams worth like under 100 million. They offered like 170 million, like almost double what the team was worth, like at least 1.5 times what it's worth. And the thought was, okay, that the NBA is going to go for it because all the other teams are going to increase in value. You know, all the other teams are going to increase in value.
Yep.
What bank would not lend us money? They'd lend you and me money.
Easily for that, yeah.
If we had a deal basically to buy, under contract with Gail Benson to buy the Saints for $5 billion, there'd be banks lining up to lend you and I, who can't rub two nickels together, as my mom would say, in regard to this kind of deal.
Yeah.
They'd lend us the money all day long. They'd be lining up to do it because the contract would be the value. So these guys had it under contract, the T-Wolves, for like $170 million. And they're going to move them to New Orleans, build an arena, all this stuff. So it's a green light. The media's reporting it's a done deal. Why wouldn't they? This group with Bob Arum and Fred Hoffheinz, the former Houston mayor, you know, the owners of the Minnesota T-Wolves are agreeing to the deal. What's not to report? Well, then Commissioner David Stern's like, these people aren't billionaires. These people aren't wealthy. These people will become wealthy when they get the team, but they're essentially nobodies when we're talking about big money. So he got with the other owners and like, this isn't good for the league. This is bad for the league. The inflated price is BS. Sure, they'll get the loan, but that means any bum off the street could get a loan. So that they want wealthy people buying the team. They don't want to have people with no money buying the team just because they got it under contract for an exorbitant price and there's lenders willing to lend them the money.
Yeah.
So Stern nicks the deal, essentially. That's why the T-Wolves never moved to New Orleans.
Interesting. Okay.
It brings me back to this Bell Chase Bridge. The Bell Chase Bridge is like a $150 million bridge. The company that built it, a private company, Mario Brothers Latinx is the name of the company. We get to collect over 20 years, $700 million in tolls to build the $150 million bridge today. So basically the state kind of is pulling the T-Wolves deal. You and I could get that deal. Hey, we'll build a bridge for $150 million. We're going to collect $700 million in tolls over 20 years. And the state's like, great. Corey, Mario Brothers, Latinx, you guys do it. There'd be banks lining up to lend us the money. They would tell us how it would be, and we could counter what they're saying. Okay, we'll lend you the money, the $150 million to build the bridge. We'll let you pay us back over 20 years. But of the $700 million you collect, we want an additional $200 million. So all of a sudden it's $350 million, and you and I are going to split the other $300 million over 20 years. We may counter and go, no, we won't give you $200 million. We'll give you $150 million extra. the point is, and I'm not saying this company doesn't have the wherewithal, but the state worked a deal. I'm not saying with the devil, but who wouldn't work this deal? Can you name someone you know that wouldn't take the deal in Louisiana, where the traffic counts are there, where Plaquemine has the, LNG facility, a lot of oil and gas infrastructure down there. They're going to have X amount of 18-wheelers going over that bridge. That's who's paying the tolls. That's who's going to pay off the bridge. Mostly these trucks. Plaquemine residents are paying 25 cents. These trucks are paying like $9. So it's like for every Plaquemine car, it's like 36 cars cross the bridge for one 18-wheeler. For one 18-wheeler, 36 cars equals one 18-wheeler essentially. So they're going to pay the tolls. They're going to pay off the bridge. My point is that's the best deal the state could work out, where a $150 million bridge is built and the people that built it get to collect $700 million in tolls over 20 years. That just blows my mind. That blows my mind. I mean, some people are getting very, very, very rich and wealthy that built that bridge. And it's on a lot of Plaquemine Parish residents' back somewhat, and the 18-wheelers. I don't know what the final percentages are going to be after 20 years and what the realistic projections are, but 20% of that is going to be Plaquemine Parish residents paying off that bridge. And 20% of 700 million's what? 140 million? Almost the price of the bridge. No, it's just kind of crazy to me. And then just all these problems, delays, ground sinking in front of the bridge, delay opening. And now you use your credit card, they're going to pop you 4% surcharge on the toll, and everybody's using their credit card. You're not paying with cash. There's no throw a quarter in a basket. No one's collecting a toll. It's all electronic. So automatically, it's 25 cents for every Plaquemine resident plus 4%. Plus 4%. So that's really what? It's a penny. I guess for what? 4% of $1 would be 4 cents. 4% of 25 cents is a penny. So it's really not a 25-cent toll. It's a 26-cent toll. I would love it to be a 27-cent toll, and I get that extra penny. I'm joking. But, I mean, the extra penny? Who doesn't want to be the person that gets the extra penny on any toll bridge anywhere in the world that's viable? My God, you retire and live off of the extra penny collected on every vehicle that comes through there. Now, that's essentially what's going down. The math I'm doing quickly in my head live on the air. It's not 25 cents you're paying. It's 26 cents because you're paying 4% surcharge on your credit card. Just pathetic. Like a restaurant, and I don't blame the restaurant, when picked up a po' boy last week. They're like, credit card or cash? I said, credit card. I already knew the deal. Hey, it's going to be, I'm like, oh, I know. I still tipped them. I had no problem with it. It's like an extra 4% because MasterCharge or MasterCard or whatever, or Visa, they're charging the po' boy shop 4% of what's being spent. So normally those businesses would eat that 4% gladly. We welcome the extra credit card business. It's how the world works. Now times are tight, monies are tight, margins are tight. They're like, we're going to push the 4% onto the consumer. You're paying cash. There's no 4% charge. You use a credit card, 4%. That way we don't have to blatantly raise our prices, all that kind of stuff. This bridge operator is like, we're going to pass the credit card expense on to the consumer like the restaurants are doing. It's mind-blowing. It's unbelievable. Already making, what? It's going to be $700 million gross on a $150 million bridge. What's that? $550 million in profit over 20 years. Pay off some lenders some money. Hundreds of millions in profit over 20 years. That's just crazy. I mean, a few million a month those folks are making while that bridge is in operation. Profit, a few million a month for the next 20 years. Hey, Corey, they put up $150 million and built the bridge. They better make a few million a month over the next 20 years. That's a lot of money. Seems like the Plaquemine, the state could do a lot better. Could almost go into the private, like somebody that's wealthy, like worth hundreds of millions of dollars, a billionaire from Louisiana, and borrow at better terms than that. I just don't get it. I really don't. It's kind of mind-blowing to me. Hey, when we come back, it's Thursday, a little after 4:30. We do it every Thursday. Bradley Schneller, stackedcoaching.org joins us. Stackedcoaching.com. Stackedcoaching.com. Nutrition is for weight loss. Fitness is for wellness. You can't outwork a bad diet. Very wise words by Bradley Schneller. Nutrition is for weight loss. Fitness is for wellness. You can't outwork a bad diet. It's so true. Folks that go to the gym and say, yeah, I eat whatever I want, they're not some ripped, lean, and mean, individual.
Ladies and gentlemen, in this Lamarck Automotive Complex is something called Quick Lane. Tires, wheel alignments, struts, servicing your transmission. We're doing all makes and models. It doesn't have to have been purchased from us. It's for you. It handles your lifestyle with your budget in mind. And we want to get you in and out as quick as possible. Quick Lane, you got to come see it. You're going to love the experience right there at Williams Boulevard in Kenner.
The Woodhouse Day Spa, with 5 area locations: New Orleans, Metairie, Slidell, Baton Rouge, and now Mandeville. A day of relaxation is just moments away at the Woodhouse Day Spa. WoodhouseSpas.com.
The Port of New Orleans is the gateway to global commerce, the economic engine that moves Louisiana and our country forward. For more than 125 years, Port Nola has continued to deliver the goods we use each and every day, by river, rail, and by road. No matter what, it all happens right here, delivering Louisiana's future at the Port of New Orleans, your working river. Learn more about your Port of New Orleans. Visit portnola.com. Outdoor dining, Middle Eastern cuisine, under the oak trees, Lebanon's Cafe, some of the city's finest lamb chops and shish kebab, Carrollton at Jeanette by the streetcar barn, Lebanon's Cafe.
For game-changing innovation, look to the Latrim family of companies located in Harahan. Intralox, a Latrim company, changed the game when they invented modular plastic conveyor belts over 40 years ago. These belts and innovative Intralox technology are transforming movement in manufacturing facilities around the world. Intralox is a dynamic global company now hiring in production, warehousing, shipping, and more. If you want to be part of our successful team, visit Latrim.com. That's LAITRAM.com.
In New Orleans, we don't eat to live. We live to eat.
More is better.
Scott Craig of Katie's.
That is our slogan. More is better at Katie's. It means more of everything. Not just more food, more smiles, more friendship, more love. More. When you do something, you have to do it right. It's all about more, and it's all more of the good things.
Get more at Katie's Restaurant in Mid-City.
Tired of cleaning your gutters? Improve the value and look of your home with Leaf Guard gutters. And you'll never have to clean your gutters again, ever. I guarantee it. Let Audubon Gutters install Leaf Guard gutters today. You'll improve the look and value of your home. And right now is the perfect time during Audubon Gutters 99-cent installation sale. Call 469-6494 now.
Get out of that gutter and get on the phone. At Audubon Gutters.
Does Helm Paint have the best paint on the planet? Helm, yeah. We only sell Benjamin Moore, the world's finest paint. Because paint ain't paint. Let us steer you right.
Helm Paint.
Why wear the same old glasses that everyone else is wearing? Stand out from the crowd. Come to Art and Eyes. Art and Eyes is not your typical eyeglasses store. It's one of the finest eyewear shops in the country, right here in New Orleans, with precision-engineered prescription lenses and gorgeous high-quality frames from the heart of Europe, Japan, and the United States. Our products are thoughtfully curated, and our staff are here to help you find exactly the right frames. Art and Eyes on magazine, as unique as you.
Total maintenance keeps you cool. Total maintenance keeps you cool. Total maintenance keeps you cool. TF-AC.com, your cool spots. Total maintenance keeps you cool. TF-AC.com, your cool spots.
Hey, Marigny, Bywater, Treme, French Quarter, CBD, Warehouse District, Garden District, Irish Channel. It's Corey Johnson on the neutral ground, where New Orleans is heard.
I was taking care of my mommy. I went and brought 3 suits my mom has to Young's Dry Cleaning. I brought them to Dale and handed them to Dale personally. I could have used Young's, free pickup and delivery, but I always tell them, I'm like, guys, go to the regular customers. Don't waste your time coming to me. I can come to you guys. And I easily could have dropped off and picked up where I usually do over on Claiborne's. But I brought the stuff to Dale. There was a stain or two my mom wanted out, and Dale's going to take care of it. And then he's going to drop it off on Harrison, so it's easy for my mom to pick this stuff up. So Young's taking care of me just like they take care of you. A New Orleans institution since 1940. Tired of your dry cleaner? Want to experience the best? Young'sDryCleaning.com. Tired of being, what did I used to call myself? The Pillsbury Doughboy, I called myself. I was never like fat or obese or, way overweight. I could wear like baggy shirts and stand up tall and kind of hide at that kind of thing. But I remember wearing like a T-shirt and, like a sweater and looking into a window and going, nice breasts, Corey. Nice gut. I was like, that can't go on. And then one day I hooked up with Stacked Coaching on River Road, right past the River Shack, right past Oxnard. Convenient for a lot of folks. River Road in Arno. River Road right off Shrewsbury by that Paulin's vet and animal boarding place. And it's literally changed my life. I'm no longer the Pillsbury Doughboy. Now I'm not some 8-pack, madman that's climbing the rope in the gym 10 times straight and going, what's next? And chewing up the iron bars and stuff in the gym. But I'm getting there each and every day. StackedCoaching.com. Check out the website. If someone like me, the Pillsbury Doughboy, loving to eat stuff, sitting on the sofa, doing nothing, M&Ms, if I can do it, you can do it too. It's a great community. They lure you in the best way possible. It's organic. It just naturally happens, and away you go. And away goes the fat, and in comes the muscle, and better mental clarity, better sleeping, better life. Bradley Schneller owns and operates Stacked Coaching. He comes up with every single workout that every single group uses. He does one-on-one training. He joins us live every Thursday afternoon. What's happening, Bradley?
I feel like that's the best introduction anyone has ever given me.
Well, that's all true, man. I wish I was exaggerating or embellishing or I'm not. It's all true. And I'll tell you what, Bradley, I'm not a club guy. I don't go to the hunting and fishing camp with a bunch of dudes. I'm members of no clubs. I marched with a friend this year on Mardi Gras Day in the French Quarter because this madman came up with the genius idea of hiring his own band, and they march around the quarter, his family and his friends. I went with that guy this year. I'm a member of no clubs, no groups, nothing. And Stacked Coaching's like my group, my second family, that kind of thing. And I'm not like a geeky dude that says that kind of stuff. It's just true. It's crazy.
You know, it's interesting you say that. And I think that's what people need to find in order to stop quitting everything. You know, I was having a discussion with a pretty new client, and she told me today that quits everything, nothing ever works. You know, and I told her, I was like, well, look, we have a saying, right? And it's the best diet is the diet you can keep. And the same thing is true for fitness. Like the best workout program is the one that you can keep doing. And part of that is having a community of people that are supportive, but also the right program that while it does get results, it's interesting and it keeps you coming back.
Yep. I mean, every day I learn something every day. Someone's like, do this way. Every day I laugh with people in there. No, and when I said organic earlier, Bradley, at least for me, and I think for a lot of folks that, you know, think of all these things that you got to do. Oh God, I got to go work. I got to do this. I got to do that. I got to watch my diet. They're stacking all these thoughts in their brain. Stacked coaching, ironically, you guys do the opposite, at least for me. I went in there, started with 3 days. I joined. I said, I'm going to do like Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. And it was just kicking my ass. And I was like, I don't want it to kick my ass. And it's going to take months for me to catch up to where it's not kicking my ass. So I'm going to quicker to add a day. So I added a 4th day, and then I'm adding a 5th day. And then all of a sudden I'm like, I don't want to eat those M&Ms because that just knocked out those damn, whatever I did with that, kettlebell for 20 minutes today. So I don't want to waste that on some crap ice cream from the rowing I did today. So, and it's not like a major fight. It's just more rational common sense. And it all kind of happened organically for me.
You know, it's interesting the way you kind of set that up. And one of the reasons this has worked really well for you is that you didn't have a timeline in sight. And I think, timelines are good. They're part of like smart goals, right? Like things need to be timed. Like you need to have a time deadline. But when it comes to people changing their lifestyle, changing their life in fitness and nutrition, oftentimes when we put too short a time period on something, like I need to have a 6-pack in 3 months to go to the Bahamas, like, but you haven't been doing anything at all, or like I've been on the couch and I want to look good for this cruise that's coming up here in the next couple of months. Like you're going to start it and then the cruise is going to come, you never hit your goal and then you're quitting it, right? Rather than saying, I am doing this to change my life. I've been in a rut. I don't feel good. I don't look the way I'd like to look, and I haven't been able to find a solution. But when it's like my intentions are just to come, just to show up, and I'm going to just do this till my life changes, I think people have a lot greater sense of success with that.
No, I agree 100%. The workout works every single part of your body. So it's good for you. And you kind of indirectly set the goal up for me, Bradley. I remember 3 months, 6 months, 8 months. I'm like, Bradley, this just kicks my ass every day. And you chuckle and laugh. You're like, it's supposed to. You're adding weight. You're doing more reps. You're increasing weight. And so it's going to be the same level of toughness or more every time you do it. And then I was like, there's got to be a time where I'm at least more comfortable. You were like, give it about a year in. Because you knew my situation from kind of just sitting on the couch, and you're like about a year in. And I remember about 9-10 months, I was like, boy, I got through that one a little easier today. And then now I'm about 15 months in and still kicks my ass and it still beats the hell out of me. But I kind of got it figured out a little bit better. I got it under control a little bit. It's not such a fight anymore. I've caught up.
You're cruising right through it because you just took it one step at a time.
Yeah, I'm not cruising right through it. I'm still like, what? But it doesn't matter. It's like golf. I hope the 3 guys I play with shoot even par. As long as I shoot like 78 or 79, I'm pretty happy if I break 80. So I'm not. That's another thing. I don't think anyone's competing with anybody in there. There are obviously people that finish faster than other people, and I'm towards the tail end. But I mean, a lot of these people are younger than me, and they've been doing it for years and years. There's some animals in there, Bradley. I mean, There's some super duper athletes, former LSU, former Notre Dame, big time players, NFL players, present NFL players. I mean, maybe the greatest thing, a girl that used to get shot out of the cannon at the Ringling Brothers Barnum Bailey Circus works out at Stack Coaching. Am I exaggerating or lying with that comment?
It's true. You're not exaggerating.
I mean, that says it all to me. Men, women, young, old, all walks of life.
And look, everybody is just on their own journey of self-discovery and self-betterment.
Yeah,
right? Like that's what it comes down to. You're right. It's not about competing with others. It's not about trying to win anything. The only thing you're trying to do is be better for yourself.
Hey, we were talking last week about semaglutide and the shot that folks are taking to lose weight, and I think you said it best. And we've got a couple of minutes left, maybe 3 minutes left, and 2 minutes left in the segment. For vanity weight and that kind of thing, go work at it. If you have literally you've done a gazillion diets, you've had an obesity problem, super overweight to obese for years, you're saying maybe go with the shot, but it's not for vanity weight, and it's not to mess around with.
Yeah, that is correct. I think there's a time and place for it, especially if you're the person that needs the motivation to get going. You have a ton of weight to lose. If the benefits outweigh the side effects, and that's kind of always what I'm trying to say. Also, I think you should have a specific plan for it. One of the things that we decided as a company recently is, this is the future, right? This is what people are going to be doing. So rather than trying to swim against that tide, we want to be able to be the nutrition company that supports you through this journey. And so that's what our intentions are kind of as a company, is to grow with these shots and help people through it so that they are not on it the rest of their lives and that they can wean themselves off of it.
Yeah. And then when they get off of it, they're not going right back to food and having the urges. They have a different mindset because maybe they're working out and focusing in on nutrition. Bradley handles all that nutrition, fitness. The gym's fantastic, great community. Stackedcoaching.com. He'll set up a free consultation, anything you like. Any final thoughts till next week, Bradley?
Everybody, if you're thinking about starting, just do it. Just sign up for a free class, sign up for free consultations, where it's with me or anyone else, and just take that first step, because I don't know what you're waiting for, but there's never going to be the perfect time to do it.
No, you're right. Exactly. Stackedcoaching.com. So well said. Bradley, always a pleasure, brother. Thank you.
Corey, take it easy, brother.
Yeah, you're right. Stackedcoaching.com is the website. Corey Johnson with you on a Thursday.
People think paint is paint. Well, it ain't. Paint ain't paint. At Helm Paint, we only sell Benjamin Moore because it's the best paint on the planet. In the end, you'll save time, effort, and money because Benjamin Moore paints cover beautifully in less coats. So the next time you pick up a brush, remember, big box, big mistake. Because paint ain't paint. To get the best, you gotta go to Helm. Let us steer you right. Helm Paint.
The Lamarck Automotive Collision Center, it's open now. We fix cars and trucks. We do all makes and models. And it doesn't have to be a Ford or a Lincoln. It could be whatever you're driving. 32,000 square feet under roof, now open at 3101 Williams Boulevard. It's all about you, the customer, getting the most for your dollar. I would say the most perfect collision center anywhere. The Lamarck Automotive Collision Center, 3101 Williams Boulevard. Go check it out.
Why wear the same old glasses that everyone else is wearing? Stand out from the crowd. Come to Art and Eyes. Art and Eyes is not your typical eyeglasses store. It's one of the finest eyewear shops in the country, right here in New Orleans, with precision-engineered prescription lenses and gorgeous high-quality frames from the heart of Europe, Japan, and the United States. Our products are thoughtfully curated, and our staff are here to help you find exactly the right frames. Art and Eyes, a magazine as unique as you.
When USA Today ranked the 10 best must-visit New Orleans restaurants for travelers, Mid-City's own Katie's made the list. USA Today says Scott Craig is chef-owner at Katie's, a much-loved Creole Italian eatery that draws armies of regulars for lunch, brunch, and dinner. A neighborhood spot where locals congregate and New Orleans-style hospitality rules. Indeed it does. Katie's in Mid-City.
The Port of New Orleans is the gateway to global commerce, the economic engine that moves Louisiana and our country forward. For more than 125 years, Port Nola has continued to deliver the goods we use each and every day by river, rail, and by road. No matter what, it all happens right here, delivering Louisiana's future at the Port of New Orleans, your working river. Learn more about your Port of New Orleans. Visit portnola.com.
Young's Dry Cleaning, with 2 walk-up locations with personal service. Young's on Claiborne and Young's on Harrison Avenue in Lakeview. Young's Dry Cleaning. Call 288-8381 or online at youngsdrycleaning.com.
Trey Yen in Mandeville, a New Orleans tradition for over 40 years, serving the finest Louisiana-inspired Chinese cuisine. Open Tuesday through Sunday. Trey Yen.
For game-changing innovation, look to the Latrim family of companies located in Harahan. Intralocks, a Latrim company, changed the game when they invented modular plastic conveyor belts over 40 years ago. These belts and innovative Intralocks technology are transforming movement in manufacturing facilities around the world. Intralocks is a dynamic global company now hiring in production, warehousing, shipping, and more. If you want to be part of our successful team, visit latrim.com. That's LAITRAM.com.
Here at the NOLA Coalition, we love our kids and we love our city. The people of New Orleans are standing together for a better future. By harnessing our collective resources, the NOLA Coalition will create a safer, more prosperous city for all residents. Your support is needed to help reduce violence, invest in our children, and drive generational change. Join now at nolacoalition.info.
Not a politician or part of a political machine. Corey Johnson.
I propose that I use what's left of the town treasury to move to a more prosperous town and run for mayor.
In Metro New Orleans on 93.9 FM and 107.9 FM.
Yeah, you right. Thursday afternoon edition of the program. 5 o'clock powwow are just moments away. Thanks so much for joining us. You know what else is moments away? They open their doors in 6 minutes. Trey Yen in Mandeville. Trey Yen in Mandeville on a Thursday night. Now, that's doing it right. I often say this, Trey Yen, one of the best seafood restaurants in Metro New Orleans. Obviously with a Chinese twist, but they've got fresh local shrimp and oysters and soft shell crabs and flounder and speckled trout, crawfish. Any of those I just mentioned with the Tong Cho sauce, their sweet and spicy sauce, a grand slam home run. They've been doing it for 45 years. It's not Chinese food. It's Chinese cuisine. It's Trey Yen in Mandeville. Thursday afternoon. By the way, May 31st is Saturday. That is the end of our annual fundraiser. It all ends Saturday. Our Humane May fundraiser. Every year in the month of May, we try to raise $10,000 for the Humane Society of Louisiana. About 55 hours remain. And since May 31st is on a Saturday, our final show is tomorrow. So we really need to raise, it's about $4,500. I think we've raised about $5,500. We've got about $4,500 to go. We've made some progress the last 24, 36 hours. We need to keep it up. Let's hit that goal because the goal is an incidental. but you got to have some goal. It's every dollar you give, $5, $10. I'm telling you, it goes towards saving animals. It stops some animal from suffering, from being treated inhumanely. It might be an emaciated horse that would just make you cry if you saw this animal, or a dog that needs an operation. These vets are doing the work, 20, 30 cents on the dollar, and it's still expensive. So that's where the Humane Society of Louisiana steps up, takes our money and spends it on the animals, like 96, 97 cents of every dollar. You can donate humanela.org. Click on the photo of me laying with Blue Boy on the sofa and donate right now, humanela.org. The guy that runs the whole shooting match over there, Jeff Dorson, joins us live. Hey, Jeff.
Man, you said it so well. I really appreciate how well you know this stuff. You've been living it yourself. You practice it. All your dogs are vaccinated and fixed, and probably a couple outside cats, thanks to you. And you've been talking this and showing people how it's done for probably 20-some years, maybe longer.
Well, trying to.
So I think it's awesome. And you've made a huge difference in our organization. We've matched or exceeded that 10K every year. This year is a little bit of a challenge, and your listeners will be happy to know they can meet you at our headquarters in Gretna, 618 Dermody, this Saturday, as we try to squeeze every penny out until midnight. Do you know what time you might be there, just to say hello?
Yeah, let's see. I think on y'all's thing you said in the afternoon, so I was going to come like around lunchtime, I guess, like around noonish. What time? What hours are you doing it all day, Jeff?
All day, and we'll be calling people, asking them to donate. We're there to accept donations. 618 Dermody, 11 to 8, and we got activities throughout the day.
11 a.m. till 8 p.m. Yeah, I'll be there right after 11.
Say that again?
I'll be there right after 11 and spend a few hours over there.
Come at noon. We have a volunteer orientation 11 to noon, so I'll be busy with that. Come at noon.
All right, I'll come at noon. I'll stay there for, at least half the afternoon, till 2, 3, 4 o'clock.
Okay, good. Well, please, so this is your chance to meet the famous Corey live and in person.
It's infamous.
Say hello to some of us.
It's infamous.
Okay,
oh, boy.
That works as well.
No, it doesn't.
But you have done a great job of getting this off the ground several years ago, and we've raised a bunch of money because of you encouraging people to do the right thing, be kind to animals, and donate whenever you can.
Boy, pretty graphic photos you guys showed, and you warned folks about it. Like, don't scroll down, but you guys pull like a headless dog out of the bayou, like the carcass of a dog.
Yes, St. John Bayou yesterday, we get the call. Somebody's walking their dog. Sure enough, they see a body floating. They didn't know what it was. A headless carcass of a nice little dog. We don't know what happened. Did an alligator take a chomp, or did it dissolve on its own, or did something horrible happen? Yeah. And that's what they did with the body. Nobody knows. So we did a press release a few hours ago. Whose dog is this? How did it die? What can we do to prevent this in the future?
No, it's sick. People are sick. Sad. And like we've said in the past, and it's not my opinion, it's basically common sense psychology. People that are mean to animals, they're mean to people. They end up being criminals. I mean, I don't know.
All true. Yeah. Every statistic shows that. It starts with animals and simply goes up the chain and escalates. Kids, elderly, whoever else is vulnerable, they take it out on them. So please, if you see something, get involved. We'll do the heavy lifting, but we could use your support to pay for vet care, food all over the state. People call us a lot. I'm running out of pet food. Can you help? So we always want to be able to say yes instead of no.
Yep. Uh-oh, guess who's barking there, Jeff?
See you Saturday, brother.
Yeah, you're right. See you Saturday. That's Jeff Dorson. He said it best, didn't he? We'll do the heavy lifting. We get off easy. All we have to do is pull out a credit card or a debit card and donate a little money, and Jeff does the heavy lifting. Corey Johnson with you. HumaneLA.org. Go to the website now and donate.
You're on the neutral ground with Corey Johnson on TV on Cox Channel 4 and Spectrum Channel 333. Also on YouTube, on radio at NOLA Talk 93.9 FM, WSLA New Orleans.
It's 5 p.m.
For game-changing innovation, look to the Latrim family of companies located in Harahan. Intralox, a Latrim company, changed the game when they invented modular plastic conveyor belts over 40 years ago. These belts and innovative Intralox technology are transforming movement in manufacturing facilities around the world. Intralox is a dynamic global company now hiring in production, warehousing, shipping, and more. If you want to be part of our successful team, visit Latrim.com. That's LAITRAM.com.
Here at the NOLA Coalition, we love our kids and we love our city. The people of New Orleans are standing together for a better future. By harnessing our collective resources, the NOLA Coalition will create a safer, more prosperous city for all residents. Your support is needed to help reduce violence, invest in our children, and drive generational change. Join now at nolacoalition.info.
Young's Dry Cleaning has free pickup and delivery. That's right. Young's Dry Cleaning has absolutely free pickup and delivery. Home or office, East Bank or West Bank. Call Young's at 288-8381 or online at youngsdrycleaning.com. My Sittu, that's Arabic for grandmother, used to make the best football kibbe. You can experience kibbe just like my grandmother used to make, and so many other Middle Eastern favorites on the streetcar line, Lebanon's Cafe.
Why wear the same old glasses that everyone else is wearing? Stand out from the crowd. Come to Art and Eyes. Art and Eyes is not your typical eyeglasses store. It's one of the finest eyewear shops in the country, right here in New Orleans, with precision-engineered prescription lenses and gorgeous high-quality frames from the heart of Europe, Japan, and the United States. Our products are thoughtfully curated, and our staff are here to help you find exactly the right frames. Art and Eyes, a magazine as unique as you.
Total maintenance keeps you cool. Total maintenance keeps you cool. Total maintenance keeps you cool. TM-AC.com, your cool spots. Total maintenance keeps you cool. TM-AC.com, your cool spots.
Ford F-150, #1 seller in America. What about in the USA? Let's see, what about in the world? Who sells more trucks than Ford? Nobody. It's because the Lamar team is the real team. All that makes it happen is one goal. Everybody having a great experience at Lamar Ford. We became #1 for a reason, because we're good. And we need to prove it every day, every deal, all the time.
Tired of cleaning your gutters? Improve the value and look of your home with Leaf Guard gutters. And you'll never have to clean your gutters again, ever. I guarantee it. Let Audubon Gutters install Leaf Guard gutters today. You'll improve the look and value of your home. And right now is the perfect time during Audubon Gutters' 99-cent installation sale. Call 469-6494 now. Get out of that gutter and get on the phone. At Audubon Gutters.
It's time to relax. The Woodhouse Day Spa, Metro New Orleans' premier day spa experience, now with 5 area locations. For a day of relaxation or maybe just a quick 1-hour getaway, the Metro area's premier day spa experience is at the Woodhouse Day Spa. And now 5 area locations: New Orleans, Metairie, Slidell, Baton Rouge, and our newest location in Mandeville. The Woodhouse Day Spa, woodhousespas.com.
In New Orleans, we don't eat to live. We live to eat.
More is better.
Scott Craig of Katie's.
That is our slogan. More is better at Katie's. It means more of everything. Not just more food, more smiles, more friendship, more love, more. When you do something, you have to do it right. You know, it's all about more, and it's all more of the good things.
Get more at Katie's Restaurant in Mid-City.
Does Helm Paint have the best paint on the planet? Helm, yeah. We only sell Benjamin Moore, the world's finest paint. Because paint ain't paint. Let us steer you right.
The Port of New Orleans is the gateway to global commerce, the economic engine that moves Louisiana and our country forward. For more than 125 years, Port Nola has continued to deliver the goods we use each and every day by river, rail, and by road. No matter what, it all happens right here, delivering Louisiana's future at the Port of New Orleans, your working river. Learn more about your Port of New Orleans. Visit portnola.com. Yeah, you right. 5 o'clock powwow on a Thursday afternoon. Boy, we got a lot of rain earlier today. I hope we're done with that rain for a while because the grass got watered. If you were worried about like, oh man, I just put in some landscaping, I got to run the sprinkler, water it, whatever, you don't have to worry about it. It got watered. It got watered pretty well today. And I'd say a few inches of rain have fallen in the metro New Orleans area in the last 5 or 6 hours. I mean, today it came down pretty damn hard for a while. Yesterday as well. I mean, in the last 24 hours or so, we've gotten some significant rainfall. Probably in some parts of metro New Orleans, I would say in the last 24 hours, probably about 50% of like what San Diego gets in a year. They might get 10 inches a year, 12 inches a year. I bet you somewhere in the metro received about 4 to 6 inches in the last 24 hours. No, it came down hard for a while in some parts of the city for sure. 5 o'clock powwow a Thursday afternoon. I said that. Humane May fundraiser winding down. I said that too. Less than 55 hours left. May 31st is Saturday. Not tomorrow, the next day, this Saturday. So that means our last show during this event, this fundraiser, is tomorrow. So about 3 more hours on the air to promote this. And obviously, I just do my regular show, and I just slip this in a little bit every now and then. But let's save some cats and dogs, some kittens and puppies, horses, goats, all kind of animals. We've raised about $5,500. That means we've got $4,500 to go in the next 2 days. Let's hit that goal. Please donate. And don't be embarrassed like, oh, I'm only donating $5 or $10, $20. That's fantastic. That's how we hit the goal. Lots of little bites, $5 and $10 little bites. HumaneLA.org. Some of you folks could donate 50 or 100, and it wouldn't be any problem. I'm telling you that 50 and 100 will save animals' lives, stop some animals from suffering. HumaneLA.org. And you folks that are doing really well, you're cruising across the causeway right now in that 7 Series Beamer that cost you $100,000 plus. You got that bad boy truck. You're like, hell with the Beamer. My truck was $110,000. You got that $90,000 truck. You got that $120,000 SUV. I mean, you've done really well. Your company's doing well. You can donate 100 or 500 or maybe even 1,000. And I'm telling you, you'll feel great about it. It will be money well spent. You can put your head on your pillow tonight, going to sleep going, I saved some animals with that donation. $5, $1,000, going to save animals, stop animals from suffering. HumaneLA.org is the website. Please donate. HumaneLA.org. Saturday afternoon, 618 Durbany in Gretna on the West Bank from 11 a.m. till 8 p.m. They're going to be winding down the fundraiser. Bring a check. Bring cash. Use a credit card. Use a debit card. They'll assist you. You can go to HumaneLA.org anytime and donate. Please donate and donate generously. 55 hours to go. $4,500. We need to Keep it going. Day 14 of the jailbreak. Day 14. 2 still at large, Antoine Massey and Derek Groves. The reward now has been increased to $50,000. Mario, bro, Latinx, I wish I knew where Antoine Massey or Derek Groves were.
It makes 2 of us.
I'd like that $50K.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
I'd sing like a freaking canary.
Yep.
If I saw him.
Oh, God, are you kidding me?
Yeah. I'd get all the stitches for stitching.
I could meet Derek Groves or Antoine Massey and they could say, I'm your father, like a Darth Vader scene. No. You were adopted. Your parents never told you. I'm your real father. Hang on a second, Antoine. 911. Oh, yeah. Track me via GPS. I'm on so-and-so and so-and-so. Come now. Let's talk about it. Oh, boy. I think any day now. I mean, there's hundreds of law enforcement focused on this. Like that's their gig when they wake up till they go to bed, focused on this. And then when it's $50,000, you're going to have a relative or a friend making the call. I promise you this. We will find out in the future of the 8 so far that have been arrested. A close friend or family member was the tipster. Was the person that not only turned them in and will be playing the, it's best for him. I didn't want to see him get killed by law enforcement, something like that. No. Did you collect some money? Oh, yeah, I did collect some reward money too. There are going to be some families where, there's 8 people in the house. I'm just making up the number. And they're assisting Antoine Massey or Derek Groves, like the grandmother or somebody in the house, the mother, whatever, brother. And the 8 people are in the house. And in a day or two, Antoine Massey is going to get caught or Derek Groves. And then about a week later, they're going to wonder why Brenda has a new hairdo and why Brenda has a new outfit. And how did Brenda buy us a new TV all of a sudden for the den? Brenda claims she's got a new job, but I don't see Brenda going to work. And Brenda's got a lot of cash. Brenda got the reward money and turned in, Antoine Massey or Derek Groves. Anyway, it's inevitable. They will be caught. Hey, Rouse's Markets phone line, 766-9480. The way you dial us up, 766-9480. Mario Bro, a.k.a. Latin X, fielding your phone calls, 766-9480. I'm not trying to get into generalizations or anything. I'm just telling it like it is. Mario Brothers, a.k.a. Latinx, drives like a 64 Impala, and the front bounces like 3 feet off the ground. Just bounces. He's got one of those cars. Oh, boy. I saw this car, Mario Brothers. It was like something like that, just green with like 22s on it. And and it was in a predominantly black neighborhood. Mm-hmm. And as I drove by it, I swear, I was like, I'd like to get with some savvy Latinos and black folks where they could tell which car was black owned or Latino. You think that there is something that shows that? Like the ones that are into those cars, because obviously you don't have a car that hip hops 3 feet off.
No, for sure. There's some nuance there to differentiate.
That's what I'm thinking. Like the more chrome on the black guy's car.
Yes.
They're more concerned with rims. The Latino guy, the hood's going to have, some senorita painted on there.
Yeah, hydraulics.
With big cleavage.
Eddie Guerrero style.
One car's got hydraulics. The other car's got 22s. Whatever.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering if there's like hell yeah, you can throw a car out there and any black or Latino can tell you if it's a black guy or a Latino that did that car. And 9 out of 10 times they're going to be right. I would imagine there's got to be some angles on that.
Yes, I would think that exists somewhere.
I'll tell you what, I'm sure there are a lot of great black artists that paint cars, but boy, there are a lot of Latinos that are incredible car painters. And I think it started with them just painting cars, like working at a shop, painting a car one color. And then they're like, dude, you're an artist. You paint so well painting, not like Corey painting.
Yeah.
I can paint a wall with a roller, talking like artist painting. And then I think they started doing the stuff on the cars, It's pretty incredible.
Yeah. Hit my ride.
Yep. Hey, I do have a little beef up with Modelo.
Okay.
You remember they whole started, it was like, the Spanish astronaut, the Latino astronaut. And it was like some prize fighter. Then all of a sudden it's like Damian Lillard. I'm like, what's he got to do with anything Latino?
That was random. I remember.
And then it just went to non-Latino. Like, wait, you ran out after two? The astronaut and the firefighter, whatever. I'm like, really? There's no other Latino heroes? Really?
It was cool when they were doing like the Latino football players.
The Latino culture.
No, but they had like a series with like Tony Gonzalez and your boy from the Raiders in the 80s.
Yeah.
Like they should have stuck with that.
Well, I guess the reason they didn't, because I think Modelo is number one now in beer sales. Like, I think more than Bud Light. So, they had to make it gringo oriented.
Makes sense, I guess.
I'm guessing. Seriously.
No, I feel you. As someone who has to market to Spanish people.
Man, we don't want to alienate Whitey, who may not be a big fan of Latinos and, people that aren't white. Let's de-emphasize that.
Sad but true.
He's ticked off at Bud Light. Let's lure him in with Modelo.
Total maintenance keeps you cool. Total maintenance keeps you cool. Total maintenance keeps you cool. TM-AC.com, your cool spots. Total maintenance keeps you cool. TM-AC.com, your cool spots.
Here at the NOLA Coalition, we love our kids and we love our city. The people of New Orleans are standing together for a better future. By harnessing our collective resources, the NOLA Coalition will create a safer, more prosperous city for all residents. Your support is needed to help reduce violence, invest in our children, and drive generational change. Join now at nolacoalition.info.
Francesca Deli and Pizzeria has over 15 specialty sandwiches, a big 10-ounce burger, and some of the best pizza in New Orleans. Francesca Deli and Pizzeria on Harrison Avenue in Lakeview between Canal Boulevard and West End.
The Port of New Orleans is the gateway to global commerce, the economic engine that moves Louisiana and our country forward. For more than 125 years, Port Nola has continued to deliver the goods we use each and every day. By river, rail, and by road. No matter what, it all happens right here, delivering Louisiana's future at the Port of New Orleans, your working river. Learn more about your Port of New Orleans. Visit portnola.com.
Young's Dry Cleaning, with 2 walk-up locations with personal service. Young's on Claiborne and Young's on Harrison Avenue in Lakeview. Young's Dry Cleaning. Call 288-8381 or online at youngsdrycleaning.com.
Some people think paint is paint. Well, it ain't. Paint ain't paint. At Helm Paint, we only sell Benjamin Moore because it's the best paint on the planet. In the end, you'll save time, effort, and money because Benjamin Moore paints cover beautifully in less coats. So the next time you pick up a brush, remember, big box, big mistake. Because paint ain't paint. To get the best, you gotta go to Helm. Let us steer you right.
Helm Paint. Supply.
Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, INSagency.com. Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, INSagency.com.
The Woodhouse Day Spa, with 5 area locations: New Orleans, Metairie, Slidell, Baton Rouge, and now Mandeville. A day of relaxation is just moments away at the Woodhouse Day Spa. WoodhouseSpas.com.
Trey Yen in Mandeville, a New Orleans tradition for over 40 years, serving the finest Louisiana-inspired Chinese cuisine. Open Tuesday through Sunday. Trey Yen.
Ladies and gentlemen, in this Lamar Automotive Complex is something called Quick Lane. tires, wheel alignments, struts, servicing your transmission. We do in all makes and models. It doesn't have to have been purchased from us. It's for you. It handles your lifestyle with your budget in mind. And we want to get you in and out as quick as possible. Quick Lane, you got to come see it. You're going to love the experience right there at Williams Boulevard in Kenner.
Greater New Orleans, a destination for learning. With 13 colleges and universities and a booming job market, Greater New Orleans is the ultimate destination for your higher education. Your path to the future begins in Greater New Orleans. Find out more at studynola.com.
Scott Craig of Katie's Restaurant.
All of my ingredients are fresh. Nothing comes out of a can here. Nothing. All of our seafood is Louisiana. All of our vegetables are Louisiana vegetables. It's a neighborhood restaurant.
Katie's in Mid-City. New Orleans talk giant Corey Johnson on the neutral ground.
I'll have the entire city of New Orleans in the palm of my hand.
In Metro New Orleans on 93.9 FM and 107.9 FM. Also from Baton Rouge to Pensacola, Florida on 600 AM and 1560.
I don't know about you people, but I feel a lot better as a New Orleanian knowing my mayor is in Ottawa, Canada right now at a convention. LaToya, the Destroyer Cantrell, a.k.a. Junket Cantrell, yet on another junket. Hey, Mario Brothers, why don't you just Google junket definition, and you can read us the definition in a second. Essentially, a taxpayer-financed vacation for an elected official. That's what it is.
It's an extravagant trip or celebration, in particular one enjoyed by a government official at public expense. That's like all the dot.
Is junket the perfect name for her?
Yes.
I mean, read it one more time.
An extravagant trip or celebration, in particular one enjoyed by a government official at public expense.
Exactly.
It's like
no benefit to New Orleans. And this lady's been on probably 30 plus trips, many of them international. And she cannot point to a single business, a single human being that's been employed because of it, or a single dollar, not a dollar that's come into the city because of it. None. The opposite. Just probably north of $1 million going out so she can travel. Go for it, lady, because one and or two things are going to happen. One, you're done by January. And not only as mayor of the city of New Orleans, there's nowhere for you to go. There's no one that's hiring LaToya Cantrell because it's America. And when you hire someone, you expect to get a benefit from the hiring. Like you pay him $1, you get $1.50 back. Like you make more money because of them. So I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. 766-9480. Is there anywhere she's going where she's going to be able to make money? And then second, I still think LaToya Cantrell is going to be indicted because I'm trying to think, I think it was Raphael Goyeneche or was it Joe Responti? I can't remember if it was Raphael Goyeneche, the Metropolitan Crime Commissioner, Joe Responti, New Orleans attorney, who's on Fox 8 every Tuesday that I get on the program like once a month to break down some legal issue and put it in layman's terms we can all understand. But one of them said, I've never seen several people get indicted, even for small amounts of money. They're indicted. They're going to go to trial or they're going to plead guilty, one of the two. And mentioning a bribe or, giving money to get something in return and politician A or politician 1. And it's LaToya Cantrell. Like never seen someone else get indicted and the politician doesn't get indicted. So that's a pretty strong point. Coupled with the feds move at their own pace. And I think right now with Donald Trump and the feds, there's a lot of confusion and turmoil. And you Trumpsters, you big MAGA lovers, I mean, there's a lot of deviance that this president just lets off. Eric Adams, the New York mayor, you have no problem with that? I mean, you're a MAGA person. You're a staunch conservative. You're a Trump supporter. This hardcore hyper left, liberal, hyper woke mayor of New York, Eric Adams, and all that tomfoolery he did with the Turkish embassy and all that. You don't think he's guilty? And Trump just let him off because he like knows him. That's his buddy. And Trump has a thing about like, boy, that might be a criminal, but they wrongly went after him or something. I don't know what it is. So I don't know. I don't like that Eric Adams, the liberal Democrat, he could be a conservative Republican. I don't like that a guy who apparently did a lot of deviant stuff is just getting off. I don't like that. So, no, I hope there's not confusion with this president for a city like New Orleans that is expecting their mayor to be indicted. But either way, like I said, or by January, LaToya Cantrell is done with the city of New Orleans. So it's coming sooner than later. So, I mean, is it ridiculous she's in Ottawa, Canada? Of course it is. But am I going to get my panties in a wad over it? Of course not. It's just typical behavior. It's typical behavior. That'd be like me being upset that the Mississippi River's flowing by the city. That damn river, I'm mad at it. Going to throw rocks in it. The mayor's going to do what she's going to do. And it's, go out and drink a lot in the city. Go just babble with people at restaurants with strangers. And because she's, doesn't have the wherewithal to understand, like, hey, Mayor, rarely are people going to come up to you and go, you suck. The people that think you suck are rarely going to go up to you and say you suck. As a matter of fact, a lot of people that think you're terrible are going to be nice and talk to you because it's a social city and people are polite. Now, you get the hardcore, tough person that'll say you suck. But, I mean, there are just way too many examples. I've experienced it too many times. I'm at Houston's, sitting at the bar. Mayor LaToya Cantrell sitting 3 feet from me. Turns her back to me, starts talking to these two people for 45 minutes. Couldn't shut the mayor up. She's just slamming some kind of cloudy drink. I don't know what it is. Had her own to-go cup. Took one to go. And as she's leaving, these two people just start ripping her when she's out of earshot. Just, gosh, she wouldn't shut up. She's an idiot. Da-da-da. But the mayor left thinking those people love me. My buddy's at Betsy's Pancake Shop 20 years ago. Nagin's in there. These two conservative guys are sitting right next to him, just ripping Nagin. This idiot, this liberal, he's a piece of crap, da-da-da-da-da. Nagin's gland-heading, everybody walking around, gets to these two guys. They both get up. Hi, Mr. Mayor. Shake his hand, kiss his rear end. My buddy, who's like a moderate, like me, like an independent, he's not conservative or liberal, doesn't like Nagin. Nagin, like, pats him on the back, sticks his hand, and my friend just, like, looks at him and just continues eating. Like the only true person in the place, These two guys like, Nagin sucks. And then, hi, Mr. Mayor, just kissing his rear end. Celebrity, politicians, musicians, people kind of freak out around them. Change their personality, kind of, I don't know. I've never been into that. I kind of, the opposite. I sort of avoid the big shots. I'm lucky. I've got a lot of family, brothers and sisters, mom around, lots of family. Got a lot of friends, like 10 or 12, like best friends, a lot of best friends, like a hardcore, like 2, 3, 4 best friends, and then like an expanded group. Then I've got like dozens and dozens of really good friends that I love seeing. You hug them when I see them, glad to see them. And then hundreds of acquaintances. I tell my buddies down in Florida that developing a $200 million beach resort, $200 million. Both of them, they're a couple of West Bank boys, my contemporaries, both doing really well. Come on down, Corey. We will take care of you. So I'm the richest guy you know. And they're like, what? Got a general idea what Corey makes in radio and television. And I know what I make. And Corey ain't nowhere near what I'm making. No, I'm rich in culture and people and friends and acquaintances. No, so I have the luxury that, I don't know, I've never been enamored by celebrity and I avoid the big shots. I don't care to be around. Now, if I naturally become friends with someone that happens to be a, big shot or celebrity, it naturally happened organically. I'm not seeking it out. I knew them when they were a kid. They became big time later, whatever. But no, a lot of people, it's like money makes people funny. Celebrity makes people funny. You do weird stuff around celebrities. Hey, our Humane May fundraiser continues. Please go to the website right now and donate, humanela.org. Top of the page, you'll see me laying on the sofa with Blue Boy. Click on that and you can donate right there. humanela.org. Hey, TV audience, we're coming up on 5:30. Mañana. Yeah, if you're wondering, we're on radio 2 hours every day, 4 to 6. We're on YouTube. Check out our YouTube channel, The Neutral Ground with Corey Johnson. Click to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Doesn't cost a nickel. They're getting rid of the penny, Mario Brothers, a.k.a. Latinx. I think it costs nearly 4 cents to produce a penny. It's like 3.5 cents. So they're getting rid of the penny.
Dang.
Anyway.
Start saving your pennies.
Yep. HumaneLA.org is the website. Please donate. Let's save some cats and dogs, kittens and puppies. No, anyway, we're on YouTube, and it doesn't cost a nickel or a penny to subscribe to our YouTube channel. And we go till 6 o'clock. 766-9480 is how you dial us up. 766-9480. Buc-ee's opening a week from Monday. I could care less. I went to Buc-ee's once. But a lot of my friends are all excited about Buc-ee's. I got a buddy who lives in Diamond Head. He's all excited about brisket and other goodies. Buc-ee's is a Circle K with gas pumps turned into, what's the place right down the street? Not the Jetway. Racetrack.
Yeah, racetrack.
It's taking a Circle K and what would a racetrack be like? Times 10 of a Circle K, times 6 of a Circle K?
Yeah.
A Buc-ee's is times 50 of a racetrack, times 30 of a racetrack. Racetrack might have 10 or a dozen pumps. Buc-ee's will have 100 gas pumps. A Buc-ee's, if you've never been, is like a Walmart, but just half as deep. The width of a Walmart, but half as deep. People are excited. Buc-ee's is coming. Look out for the beaver.
For game-changing innovation, look to the Latrim family of companies located in Harahan. Intralocks, a Latrim company, changed the game when they invented modular plastic conveyor belts over 40 years ago. These belts and innovative Intralocks technology are transforming movement in manufacturing facilities around the world. Intralocks is a dynamic global company now hiring in production, warehousing, shipping, and more. If you want to be part of our successful team, visit Latrim.com. That's LAITRAM.com.
There's a Middle Eastern restaurant that's less than 5 minutes from where Causeway and River Road meet, Lebanon's Cafe. Convenient to Old Metairie and Old Jefferson. Carrollton at Jeanette on the streetcar line, Lebanon's Cafe. The Port of New Orleans is the gateway to global commerce, the economic engine that moves Louisiana and our country forward. For more than 125 years, Port Nola has continued to deliver the goods we use each and every day. By river, rail, and by road. No matter what, it all happens right here, delivering Louisiana's future at the Port of New Orleans, your working river. Learn more about your Port of New Orleans. Visit portnola.com.
Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, INSagency.com. Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, INSagency.com.
Does Helm Paint have the best paint on the planet? Helm, yeah. We only sell Benjamin Moore, the world's finest paint. Because paint ain't paint. Let us steer you right.
Why wear the same old glasses that everyone else is wearing? Stand out from the crowd. Come to Art and Eyes. Art and Eyes is not your typical eyeglasses store. It's one of the finest eyewear shops in the country, right here in New Orleans, with precision-engineered prescription lenses and gorgeous high-quality frames from the heart of Europe, Japan, and the United States. Our products are thoughtfully curated, and our staff are here to help you find exactly the right frames. Art and Eyes on magazine, as unique as you.
Trey Yen in Mandeville, a New Orleans tradition for over 40 years, serving the finest Louisiana-inspired Chinese cuisine. Open Tuesday through Sunday. Trey Yen.
Here at the NOLA Coalition, we love our kids and we love our city. The people of New Orleans are standing together for a better future. By harnessing our collective resources, the NOLA Coalition will create a safer, more prosperous city for all residents. Your support is needed to help reduce violence, invest in our children, and drive generational change. Join now at nolacoalition.info.
The Woodhouse Day Spa, with 5 area locations: New Orleans, Metairie, Slidell, Baton Rouge, and now Mandeville. A day of relaxation is just moments away at the Woodhouse Day Spa. WoodhouseSpas.com.
In New Orleans, we don't eat to live, we live to eat.
More is better.
Scott Craig of Katie's.
That is our slogan. More is better at Katie's. It means more of everything. Not just more food, more smiles, more friendship, more love, more. When you do something, you have to do it right. It's all about more, and it's all more of the good things.
Get more at Katie's Restaurant in Mid-City.
Ladies and gentlemen, in this Lamar Automotive Complex, there's something called Quick Lane. Tires, wheel alignments, struts, servicing your transmission. We do in all makes and models. It doesn't have to have been purchased from us. It's for you. It handles your lifestyle with your budget in mind. And we want to get you in and out as quick as possible. Quick Lane, you got to come see it. You're going to love the experience. Right there at Williams Boulevard in Kenner.
You're on the neutral ground with Corey Johnson, where the grass hasn't been cut in weeks or months. There's a lot of trash and garbage on the neutral ground, maybe even a person or two taking a nap. And someone didn't pick up the dog.
Yeah, you right. Thursday afternoon edition of the program, 766-9480 is how you dial us up. Katie's is about as New Orleans as it gets. Looking for a great dinner spot right now? Katie's. Problem solved. That's a big dilemma in New Orleans. Where am I going to lunch? Where am I going to dinner? Because there's so many good choices. Katie's, Iberville, Corner Talamacas, a true taste of New Orleans. Katie's in Mid-City tonight for dinner. Humane May fundraiser, less than 55 hours to hit our goal. We need to raise $4,500 by Saturday. Please donate, humanela.org. Click on the top of the page. You'll see me laying with Blue Boy on the sofa. Click there and donate. Day 14 of the jailbreak. Still 2 at large. Antoine Massey, Derek Groves. Reward increased to $50,000. That's some serious cashola. The New Orleans to Mobile train service slowed by some construction issues. They're probably going to delay it a few weeks. We'll probably open train service New Orleans to Mobile late July, early August. What are you expecting out of this? Just Amtrak, federally funded, it'll lose money. Or, wow, surprisingly, a lot of people like the train to New Orleans, Bay St. Louis, Gulfport, Biloxi, Pascagoula, Mobile. I mean, eventually it might go to Pensacola, Florida. How amazing would that be? Being able to go to the beach on the train? How about just going like to New Orleans to Biloxi to go do some casino gambling or just hang out on the beach, whatever. You need to go to Bay St. Louis. You can do it by train. That's the first stop. New Orleans to Bay St. Louis. Some people will get off. Some people will get on. Then it's Bay St. Louis to Gulfport. Some people will get off. Some people will get on. Then it's Gulfport to Biloxi. Some people will get on, some people will get off. Then it's Biloxi to Pascagoula. And then the end of the line is right now Mobile, Alabama. Then it comes back going the opposite way. Mobile to Pascagoula, Pascagoula to Biloxi, Biloxi to Gulfport, Gulfport to Bay St. Louis, Bay St. Louis to New Orleans. No, eventually this thing could go to Orlando and Disney World. But right now, a few weeks delayed until they get it going. What are your expectations of this? Like, it could be successful, or you're like, no way, it's just Amtrak subsidized, not going to make any money. The new Bell Chase Bridge, users are getting popped for 4% on top of the toll. Like, you go to a restaurant, they're like, cash or charge. You're like, I'm using a credit card. They're like, we're going to charge you 4%. Okay. So basically, credit card companies charge the businesses 2, 3, 4%. These businesses now, in uncertain times, are pushing those credit card charges onto the consumer. You're paying cash, you don't have that extra percentage going. The new Bell Chase Bridge toll people like Plaquemine, you're paying $0.25 to go on that bridge every time, 25 cents. It's actually 26 cents. I'd love to be the extra penny person, huh? $700 million in tolls collected over 20 years. Think how many vehicles that's going to be. 700 million. And you get a penny every vehicle? Retire. I brought up Buc-ee's going into that last break. I don't care about Buc-ee's. I'm not going to Buc-ee's. I've been once. I might go accidentally. I might be with someone. They want in another car. They want to go to Buc-ee's. I'll go, but I might even buy something. So someone says the brisket's really good. I mean, I'm not against Buc-ee's. Just I'm not married. I don't have kids. It'd be a godsend, I bet, if you're driving on the highway to pull into Buc-ee's with the family. But a lot of people are fired up about Buc-ee's, and a lot of folks are going to drive the hour from New Orleans to that Mississippi Buc-ee's, and that's great. What blows me away is about 2 years before Buc-ee's was even thinking of going to Mississippi or making the announcement. About 2 years before that, Troy Henry's group got awarded the rights to redevelop Six Flags. So Troy Henry's group gets the rights to redevelop Six Flags. 2 years pass. Buc-ee's says, we're going to build a Buc-ee's on the Menge exit in Mississippi. They announce it. Mississippi people get on board. They're widening the highway. They're widening bridges. They're making the infrastructure able to handle the massive crowds that go to Buc-ee's off the interstate. The Buc-ee's opens like a week from Monday. I think it's June 11th or something. So in New Orleans, Troy Henry's group gets awarded Six Flags to redo the site. It's like 3+ years later, they've broken ground on nothing. They're barely doing demolition out there. They're still in the demolition stage. Haven't put a pile in the ground to build one thing yet. And Buc-ee's will be open. That's just such a glaring difference right there. Plus, why wasn't like Buc-ee's approach for that property? Never forget, Troy Henry wins that right to redevelop Six Flags. The runner-up developers, Drew Brees and Demario Davis. That says it all. I mean, it should have been like Buc-ee's wanted, or Flying J Truck Stop, or Bass Pro Shop Cabela's, or Disney World, or a water park company, or AAU Sports Field Organization. Something. Somebody, something. Instead, it's Troy Henry and Demario Davis are the runner-ups. That's why nothing's happening out there. And I'm not dogging Troy Henry. Troy Henry wins it. He's going to sub it out to people. But Troy Henry's not in the hotel business. He's not in the water park business. He's not in the AAU field business. So basically, Troy Henry won the bid, and now it's try to get it working. Troy Henry, who knows, in 3 to 5 years might walk from the project. Couldn't get momentum going, couldn't get loans going, couldn't get the right people involved. Who knows? But I know it's like 3 years later and there ain't a pile in the ground. No, it's just typical New Orleans BS and nonsense. That is a coveted site, I-10 and I-510 on 2 interstates outside of a major metropolitan area in America. You got to go approach the right people. You have to sell it to the right people. Never happened. No one even knew it was available except Troy Henry and Drew Brees and DeMario Davis, the runner-ups. It's embarrassing as a city. Embarrassing. So, no, the reason I bring up Buc-ee's, not to dog the beaver. Enjoy Buc-ee's if you like Buc-ee's. I'm just saying I'm not going. But I've been once. Well, why do I need to go again? But Buc-ee's makes their announcement in Mississippi years after Troy Henry's group wins the rights to develop Six Flags, redevelop the Six Flags site. And nothing's happened out there in the Six Flags site. And Buc-ee's is about to open. And it was like 2 years after Troy Henry's group gets awarded the Six Flags site, Buc-ee's says, we're going to go to Mississippi. A good spot for a Buc-ee's would be like the I-12 corridor, like Hammond up there. There's a lot. The I-12 gets a lot of traffic where a trucker is going from like Florida to Texas. They're not taking I-10 through New Orleans. They're going on I-12 straight across. So it's got a lot of people that are, families. They're going from Texas to Florida, Florida to Texas, just happen to be driving through Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana. No, I-12 up on there would be a nice Buc-ee's location. Or maybe like out by Lafayette. You got one outside of Houston, and now you got one right by Pass Christian outside of Gulfport. Coming soon, Buc-ee's, the Beaver. Brisket off the board, or what are they yelling, Mario? Something like that, huh?
Yeah, brisket off the board, I think is what it is.
My buddy's fired up.
Yeah, there's a lot of yelling in there.
Yep. The one I went to outside of Houston with my friend, I didn't buy a thing, but he bought a bunch of beef jerky. He loves beef jerky. There's like some beef jerky counter that's got like 100, maybe 200 different flavors of beef jerky, like literally.
Yeah, my sister's really into beef jerky too.
Yep.
If you're like that, you will be very happy there.
Mario Brothers, a.k.a. Latinx, has Buc-ee's socks on right now. He's got the beaver in between his ankle and the knees.
It used to be kind of like you, like saying it's not all that, comparing it to racetrack, but I kind of like it.
Oh, I wasn't comparing it to racetrack. I mean, it's a racetrack on steroids.
Yeah.
And it's got a lot of unique things. I mean, I get how it's working, but I mean, I'm a single dude.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, I think people just associate going to Buc-ee's with being happy because they're on like a road trip or they're going to see family.
I got nothing against the beaver. I'll just end it with that.
Okay. And you got the beaver on the front that people love taking pictures with.
Exactly.
Like the chrome beaver.
Yeah, I think he's brass or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, I think they put a statue up. The beaver's mounted on Menge.
Yes.
You can drive over there right now and take a photo before they open.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic. It's Buc-ee's. And the Six Flags site sits vacant and will probably sit vacant for years. It's going to be a piecemeal deal. It's going to take Troy Henry a decade plus to get this thing going. Seriously. There's so many parts to it. So many phases, and nothing's been done. And there's no sense of urgency. You don't have to hurry up. He's got the rights. Throw it out there, pitch it to a bunch of different peoples, hoteler, people that build hotels, AAU sports field people, water park people. Hope someone bites on it. Hey, tomorrow, fired up about Michael Heck joining us because, this Port in St. Bernard thing got crazy the other day down in the parish.
The Port of New Orleans is the gateway to global commerce, the economic engine that moves Louisiana and our country forward. For more than 125 years, Port Nola has continued to deliver the goods we use each and every day by river, rail, and by road. No matter what, it all happens right here, delivering Louisiana's future at the Port of New Orleans, your working river. Learn more about your Port of New Orleans. Visit portnola.com.
For game-changing innovation, look to the Latrim family of companies located in Harahan. Intralox, a Latrim company, changed the game when they invented modular plastic conveyor belts over 40 years ago. These belts and innovative Intralox technology are transforming movement in manufacturing facilities around the world. Intralox is a dynamic global company now hiring in production, warehousing, shipping, and more. If you want to be part of our successful team, visit Latrim.com. That's LAITRAM.com.
Scott Craig of Katie's Restaurant.
All of my ingredients are fresh. Nothing comes out of a can here. Nothing. All of our seafood is Louisiana. All of our vegetables are Louisiana vegetables. It's a neighborhood restaurant.
Katie's in Mid-City.
Some people think paint is paint. Well, it ain't. Paint ain't paint. At Helm Paint, we only sell Benjamin Moore because it's the best paint on the planet. In the end, you'll save time, effort, and money because Benjamin Moore paints cover beautifully in less coats. So the next time you pick up a brush, remember, big box, big mistake. Because paint ain't paint. To get the best, you gotta go to Helm. Let us steer you right. Helm Paint.
The Woodhouse Day Spa, with 5 area locations: New Orleans, Metairie, Slidell, Baton Rouge, and now Mandeville. A day of relaxation is just moments away at the Woodhouse Day Spa. WoodhouseSpas.com.
Tired of cleaning your gutters? Improve the value and look of your home with Leaf Guard gutters, and you'll never have to clean your gutters again, ever. I guarantee it. Let Audubon Gutters install Leaf Guard gutters today. You'll improve the look and value of your home. And right now is the perfect time during Audubon Gutters' 99-cent installation sale. Call 469-6494 now. Get out of that gutter and get on the phone. At Audubon Gutters.
Here at the NOLA Coalition, we love our kids and we love our city. The people of New Orleans are standing together for a better future. By harnessing our collective resources, the NOLA Coalition will create a safer, more prosperous city for all residents. Your support is needed to help reduce violence, invest in our children, and drive generational change. Join now at nolacoalition.info.
Why wear the same old glasses that everyone else is wearing? Stand out from the crowd. Come to Art and Eyes. Art and Eyes is not your typical eyeglasses store. It's one of the finest eyewear shops in the country, right here in New Orleans, with precision-engineered prescription lenses and gorgeous high-quality frames from the heart of Europe, Japan, and the United States. Our products are thoughtfully curated, and our staff are here to help you find exactly the right frames. Art and Eyes are magazine, as unique as you.
Young's Dry Cleaning, with 2 walk-up locations with personal service. Young's on Claiborne and Young's on Harrison Avenue in Lakeview. Young's Dry Cleaning. Call 288-8381 or online at youngsdrycleaning.com.
Trey Yen in Mandeville, a New Orleans tradition for over 40 years, serving the finest Louisiana-inspired Chinese cuisine. Open Tuesday through Sunday. Trey Yen.
Changing talk radio in New Orleans for the better. It's Corey Johnson on the Neutral Ground. Every weekday afternoon on Cox Channel 4 and Spectrum Channel 333 from 4 p.m. to 5:30.
Yeah, you right. Thursday afternoon, 5 o'clock powwow. That means tomorrow's Friday, and we head to the weekend. Saturday is May 31st, the last day of May. Next week will be into June. Crazy. Hey, speaking of May 31st, Saturday, our final day of our Humane May fundraiser. Every year in the month of May, we try to raise $10,000 for the Humane Society of Louisiana. We've got less than 55 hours left and only one more show tomorrow. So we really need to take it up to another level. We've raised about $5,500. We've got 4,500 to go, a big number to hit by Saturday. Please go to the website right now, humanela.org. That's the Humane Society of Louisiana's website, humanela.org. At the top of the page, you'll see me laying on the sofa with Blue Boy. click on that and donate. And please donate generously. Let's save some animals. That's what it's all about. It's not about me or Corey wants to hit the goal. I want to hit the goal because I want to save animals. Every dollar we give, and I've donated to this. I donated this year. I donate every year to my own, fundraiser. Now, every dollar we give, we save animals that are suffering. It's that simple. Hey, I mentioned tomorrow Michael Hecht will join us from Greater New Orleans Inc. Yeah, it was kind of crazy back on Tuesday night down in Chalmette. Not many people in Chalmette for this port facility. I had Ryan Randall on, councilman down in St. Bernard, on the show on Wednesday. Not many people in favor of this. This is a must have. It has to happen at that location in St. Bernard near the interstate. There's no other place to build it. And St. Bernard's perfect for it. And you think St. Bernard folks would be jumping over backwards. Real leaders, real politicians would be like, hey, citizens, listen to me. This is an outside entity, outside our parish. They want to invest $2 billion plus. And they apparently are going to be expanding the facility every decade or so, like indefinitely. It's green, it's clean, it's not noisy, it doesn't pollute. We just expanded one of the refineries. That's going to put more cancer-causing stuff in the air, land, water. Just a fact. We're not against it. That's what we do in Louisiana. But this is clean and green and doesn't make noise. And let's utilize this. They want it. They bought the land. They want to be here. Let's parlay this into something for us. They're talking about an access road for the trucks to get from the facility to the interstate via I-510. Let's make sure that's built. And let's make sure they cut the ribbon on it at worst a day before they open the terminal. Can't have an airport situation where you open the new Louis Armstrong International and it's 5 years later before the access road's built. We're going to let them build this terminal, but we're going to make sure that access road we'll be able to use every day is open before the terminal opens. They want to expand. Our second play might be the Florida Avenue Expressway being built if you want to expand the terminal. So, I mean, utilize it to benefit the parish. They want the school. Hey, Port of New Orleans, build a brand new state-of-the-art school right down the block. And then you can get our old school. You cut the ribbon on that. The kids are walking in the door. You get the old school and you can tear it down. I mean, this is easy to overcome any hurdles. It needs to be sold properly to the citizens of St. Bernard. Right now, for the last year plus since this terminal was announced, the potential terminal was announced, it's all been the squeaky wheels, the politicians, the business leaders in St. Bernard, like Sidney Torres III, the attorney. Every time that Rocky and Carlos, it's no to the port. So everybody's just hearing this negative. No, it's going to impact the parish. It's going to ruin our way of life. Negative. That's all that's being heard. Why would you expect any citizen in St. Bernard to be for the terminal? But there needs to be some leaders in St. Bernard that are respected, like the ones that are saying no, that are going to say yes, and believe in it. It's that important. No, it's going to change the parish for the better. You're going to have access out literally during a storm. It could be flooding, and you'll be able to get out on an elevated causeway type. And then parlay it in the future maybe to a Florida Avenue Expressway that has been in planning stages since the 60s. No, St. Bernard Parish deserves, more than 3 ways in and out of the parish. St. Bernard Highway, Judge Perez, and Paris Road. Come on. Deserve better than that. Deserve, interstate, causeway, Earhart Expressway type in and out of St. Bernard Parish. It's sinful. Anyway, Michael Hecht will join us tomorrow to discuss that and a lot more. He's Jeff Landry's point man to get this port project done in St. Bernard. That segment tomorrow, brought to you by Latrim, the global manufacturing giant. Shrimp peeling machine, made in New Orleans, the industry standard all around the world. The all-plastic modular conveyor belt, industry standard around the world. The alternating tread stair, the Lapierre stair, just genius. You guessed it, industry standard around the world. They're looking for you. Need a job? How about a career? Latrim.com for a full listing of positions available. Latrim spelled Laitram, Latrim.com. Corey Johnson with you on a Thursday. Yeah, you right. For some folks, this is like the pre-weekend night, going out, partying on Thursday. Some folks, it's a 4-day weekend. They party on Thursday night, of course, Friday and Saturday, and they party on Sunday night.
Yeah, I remember those days.
Well, Mario, I don't, but I maybe in college. But I remember, like, I shouldn't say I remember, drive around New Orleans, like on a Sunday night, like 9:30, 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
You'll pass a bar with a big old, either a food truck outside or some dude barbecuing or grilling. It's like, dude, it's Sunday night at 10 p.m. I'm about to go to sleep. Work week tomorrow. What's going on?
Yep, all hours.
Listen to Blue Boy. I'm into partying on a Sunday. Bring on the food truck and the grill. Blue Boy, you're into the food truck or the grill like 24/7, 365, buddy. Thanks, everybody. See you tomorrow, straight up 4 o'clock.
You're on the neutral ground with Corey Johnson on TV on Cox Channel 4 and Spectrum Channel 333. Also on YouTube, on radio at NOLA Talk 93.9 FM, WSLA New Orleans.
It's 6 p.m.
All right. We good.